question we get quite a bit is, how the heck do I put these on your throw? Your meaning A&F's throw. And it's funny because people see this, and because again it's different than most throw-offs, start to freak out. I don't know how to do it. The reality is, this, first of all, this throw-off was designed by George Way, pre-40s or 50s even, and Ron Dennett owns the rights to it, and he's been kind enough to work with us. But it's actually very simple. This is the reason why we chose this throw-off. So, I'm going to walk you guys through it. Basically, it'll come on, the snare will come with wires on it, but in case you ever change them or we send you different wires, by the way, we make our own snare wires, which is really fun. But, so here's what I'm doing. I took this black rope and I bent it in half. See? Just right in the middle. I want to get it right smack in the middle and create a little shape to it there. And then I'll slide it through here and try to keep these ends even on this side. And then I'll give it just a little push, a little squeeze to get that to form to the wires. I'll do that on both sides. It's so fun doing instructional videos about something that you're super passionate about. I could see if you didn't like drums at all, this would be the worst thing to watch. All right, so you got wires on both sides. They're formed because I give them a little tug. And then I'm just going to put the wires through the holes. Same thing on this side. Okay, so one thing you want to make sure when you're looking at the butt end, which is where your adjustment is, make sure there's a little bit of tension coming through there. See? Just enough to where you see the spring here actually being activated, because if you back it off too much, you see that? You don't want any of that wiggle. You want to get it to where it's not doing the noise, the jiggly noise. Just about right there. That's about mid-tension, so you'll have more tension to be able to apply later. Then you want to square up your wires to the center of the drum. So you want equal space up here and down here. Equal amount of space. Once that's set, this is the fun part. As you can see, there's little slits on this throw-off, and what you're going to do is you want to tie a knot in your rope and your string and you want to get it to sit on this bottom side. So that's what you measure to. So once your wires are square, you've got some distance here that's equal to the distance on the other side. And then you're going to kind of use your thumb to mark that bottom part of where you're going to tie. And just keep your thumb there. And then just a single knot. All right? Once you got the knot there, you want to go back, reset this, and slowly. So if I pull this knot towards, away from the drum, it's going to go further. And if I pull it towards the drum, it's just going to go tighter. Again, everybody probably already knows that. But I'm just going to try to get it back to that spot that I had with my thumb, where it sat just underneath this. And then once I kind of feel like I'm there, I'm going to give it a nice little tug. And then it's really simple. You slide the string between the two slits, and you push it in. The first time in, it's going to be a little tight. You want it to, so it doesn't fall out. But once it's in, you just pull it. Now it's in. It's not going anywhere. The reason why I went with these throws is because if you're in the studio and you want to change wires or a wire breaks, all you do is pull this off. And then you pull the wires out and then you switch them out. And what I do is I pre-tie, different wires I'm going to use in a session or for whatever reason. I'll pre-tie them all and just have them in a case. And so I can reach for them, pull these off, put these on, and then, you got a different sound. It's actually really cool. But yeah, getting to there it's not a drum key tensioning thing. It's very primitive. You're tying a knot and you're putting it between two slits. But it makes it much easier for changing wires on the fly. And that's why we chose this throw off. Not to mention it looks really cool too. let's see. So I'm gonna do the same now on the other side. Again, want to keep this centered as I work on it, and then give it a nice tug. Slip it through the slits, and then what I'll do is I'll grab my thumbs on this end and pull it so that it squares up, just to make sure that it's straight. Again, you're only going to have to do this once, because once it's on, it's on. And then if you ever need to change it. So same thing on this side. I'll kind of pull it slightly tight so the wires are flat on the head. And then I'll look and find my thumb points again, about right there. Keep my thumb there, start the knot. Again, the thumb is not going to be fully accurate. You got to use, you got to eye it. That's going to get you close. And you don't need to be absolutely precise with this. You just got to get close, because you can adjust your tension on the other side. Give them a little tug, and then it's the same mechanism. There's a slit. Get up close on that if you want. It's a little slit, and this slips over that slit, right between the grooves, comes around, and then that knot holds it in. See? And we'll do the same thing on this side. Like that. Cool. We'll do the same deal there. That's it, you're all wired up. And then again, it'll start off probably a little loose, and then you can start to adjust it here. And these strings will stretch for the first few days, just like the heads when you put them on. But once they stretch, there is a point at which they stop stretching. And at that point, what you would do is just untie maybe one side. I usually use the throw-off side, and just tighten them back up a little tighter. And when you do that, make sure you back this all the way off so that you have the maximum tensioning potential on this side. So in a couple days after you've put the wires on for the first time, these will stretch a little bit. And this has kind of started to do it. And so all you have to do is disengage your snare there to give you some space, some looseness. And then come on this side, loosen this just about to where you can see the bottom coming out here, the screw, the butt plate. And then just take one side off, undo the knot. You'll be surprised, it'll come undone pretty quick. All right, and then once you have it loosened up, just pull the knot closer to the wires, which will essentially tighten the distance. Like that. Put it back on. Engage your wires on this side, and then now you can start tightening it here. You got tons of space because you had this backed off so much. So, that's it. After the first time it stretched, they won't stretch again. So you'll be good. Hope that helps, guys. Happy A&F Day.